Alright guys, so let's do my whole movie collection, and I have a whole lot of movies, and I've collected movies for years. I already did this video on the Scream Factory ones behind me, but I'm going to do them again first. And this is all genres. This is not just horror, because this channel, I really focus on horror a lot because I love horror movies. I can watch any horror movie, even if it's bad. And I've got a lot of stuff from other genres that I really like Disney, like Marvel, like Star Wars, like dramas, action movies. I've got a lot of stuff, so I really want to show off my whole collection. But if you notice, whenever I am doing this video, if my shirt changes, then that doesn't mean that I stopped recording and recorded the next day and cut it in together. So if you notice that, that's not the reason. So let's get started with my collection. And again, I'm going to start at the beginning with the Scream Factory horror movies, and this is my horror shelf. I've got two shelves, three shelves actually, no, three movie shelves. I've got this one. I've got one over here with Marvel, Star Wars, Disney, and then I've got another one with everything in between. So let's get started with the horror. First off, I got to show the big one. I got to show the one that I love, the Halloween box set. Incredible. Scream Factory, love it. Halloween's my favorite franchise for horror. Seen these dozens of times, every single one of them. Watched all the special features on each one of these movies. Love everything about this set. It's beautiful. One of my favorite things I own. And then we've got a second Scream Factory set, the Omen box set. Really love the first three. 4 and 5, not so much, but I think that this is a really, really great set. And then let's talk about the Fly collection. Love the 1986 one. Really like the 1958 one. The sequels are hit and miss, and none of them are bad, but they're just fine. They're totally serviceable. All of these movies I think are entertaining in their own right. Slumber Party Massacre, love it. Love the artwork. Halloween 2, 4K restoration for a Blu-ray. So different than the one that I've got on the Scream Factory box set. Really cool. And then Prince of Darkness, John Carpenter. Now, here's a big John Carpenter stack. So we've got Someone's Watching Me, The Thing. Then we have Escape from New York. And then we have Escape from L.A., Big Trouble in Little China. So it's the Kurt Russell triple feature. And then In the Mouth of Madness, Road Games, Richard Franklin, Jamie Lee Curtis and Stacy Keach. Psycho 2, Psycho 3, Psycho 4: The Beginning, Psycho remake, or basically the same movie. It's a literal remake in every sense of the word. It's the exact same movie but worse. But it's entertaining. And then we've got Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2. Awesome. Texas Chainsaw Massacre The Next Generation. Really awesome as well. Child's Play. And also, whenever I'm doing all these movies, any kind of movie, any genre, there's going to be a lot of doubles of some movies. Like, you'll see a couple of Child's Play, and you'll see a couple other movies. So, this is my first version of Child's Play, Scream Factory Edition. Dolls, Robert Englund, Phantom of the Opera. The Burning, love it. Sleepaway Camp, love it. Love Sleepaway Camp 2. I like Sleepaway Camp 3, alright. Black Christmas, awesome. Silent Night, Deadly Night, and Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2. April Fool's Day. My Bloody Valentine. Valentine, Jamie Blanks. And then you've got Urban Legend, Jamie Blanks. Awesome. Hell Night, really cool. Behind the Mask, The Rise of Leslie Vernon. The Strangers. 10 to Midnight. Serial Mom, awesome. Tales from the Crypt Demon Knight and Tales from the Crypt Bordello Blood. Return of the Living Dead. Return of the Living Dead Part 2. Exorcist 2: The Heretic, love it. Exorcist 3, or Legion with the Legion cut, awesome. Army of Darkness. Drag Me to Hell, another Sam Raimi. And Carrie. Misery. The Blob remake. Troll and Troll 2, really funny. double feature, The Fog and the Howling, with no special features, so I have to rebuy them eventually because I want to watch the commentaries and special features on each of these films. Mac and Me. Now here starts my Synapse collection. Basket Case 2. Basket Case 3. Suspiria. Freaking awesome. Phenomena. Bird with the Crystal Plumage. You can tell I'm doing the Argentos right now. Cat o' Nine Tails. Deep Red. Edge of the Axe. Basket Case. Hellraiser. Hellbound Hellraiser 2. The Stuff. Can't get enough of The Stuff. Return of the Living Dead Part 3. The Witch, or The Witch, Hereditary. The Lighthouse. Another Robert Eggers. Halloween 2 Regular Edition with Terror in the Isles. Halloween 2018 Steelbook signed by James Jude Courtney, who I met last year. Really cool. The Thing, Universal release, because I bought this first and then Scream Factory came out. Psycho Steelbook. Now here we have an Alfred Hitchcock collection, and I don't remember every title on top of my head, so I'm going to open up which ones they are, because I've seen all these. And inside you have Saboteur, Shadow of a Doubt, Rope. Rope's awesome. Rear Window, Trouble with Harry, The Man Who Knew Too Much, Vertigo, North by Northwest, Psycho again, The Birds, Marnie, Torn Curtain, Frenzy, Family Plot, and I believe that's it. I thought Topaz was in here. Did I already say Topaz? Yeah, I already did. Oops. But that's it on this. Then we have the Chucky 6-pack, which was the complete collection whenever it came out. So, of course, Child's Play 1, 2, 3, Bride of Chucky, Seed of Chucky, and Curse of Chucky. Cult of Chucky. Child's Play 2019. The Strangers Pray at Night. Black Christmas 2019. Happy Death Day. Happy Death Day to You. Ouija 2-pack. Ouija 1 is not good. It's pretty bad. But Ouija Origin of Evil is a really great prequel and a really great movie. Really fantastic movie by Mike Flanagan. The other one is a conveyor belt horror movie. That's not entertaining, really. Get Out. Us. The Lodge. The Invisible Man, another recent buy. Nocturnal Animals. The Game with Michael Douglas, really cool. Parasite. Jaws. I want to get the new 4K release, but I haven't bought it yet. But as of now, I've got the regular DVD edition. Evil Dead. Evil Dead 2. Another edition of Army of Darkness. Evil Dead Unbreakable. Split. And the final film in the trilogy, Glass. Krampus. Jurassic Park trilogy, which it only had the trilogy, even though it was a collection. They made a spot for Jurassic World, but I did not have it in this. But I have Jurassic World right here. I have not bought the newest Jurassic World, but I honestly don't really know if I want to. I don't remember much about it. I don't remember liking it that much. This one I thought was okay fun, but I've just got the first 4 Jurassic Parks as of now. Friday the 13th 8-pack. First 8 movies. Blu-ray looks good. There's not really many features on these except for the ones from the DVDs, which is fine, but they should get more. Like, I'd like more special features, but it's totally fine. 3-pack of A Nightmare on Elm Street remake, Friday the 13th remake, The Killer Cut, and Freddy vs. Jason. Friday the 13th Killer Cut Steelbook. Really love this. I had to get this just for the artwork alone. Crystal Lake Memories, The Complete History of Friday the 13th. One of the best documentaries I've ever seen. I love this. I really want the Never Sleep Again documentary because I've only seen it once and I enjoyed it. But I'm a bigger Friday the 13th fan if I had to pick between the two. But I really love this. This is one of the best things I've ever watched. One of the best documentaries ever. I love this documentary. Leatherface. Oh, Leatherface 2017. Not Leatherface Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 3, if you got confused by the name. Original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. The remake of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Final Destination 1. Final Destination 2. The Final Destination. I need Final Destination 3. I'm going to buy it, but I just, whenever I went to buy all 4 of these at a store, I found the 1, 2, and 4, and I didn't see 3 except for with a Canadian name on it, which I don't really like Canadian Blu-rays. Like Blu-rays that have the American and then the Canadian words underneath it. I don't really like that. I think that's kind of weird, but I'm going to get 3 eventually. And then Final Destination 5. King Kong with the Best Buy exclusive cover because it's just regular cover underneath. King Kong Escapes. King Kong 2005, my favorite King Kong movie. Kong Skull Island, that's a lot of fun. Godzilla 2014. Godzilla King of the Monsters, didn't really like this one. The Shining 4K Blu-ray Steelbook, beautiful. Dr. Sleep. Clockwork Orange, Stanley Kubrick. Exorcist Collection, Exorcist 1, 2, 3, Dominion, Prequel The Exorcist, and Exorcist The Beginning. All 5. It 2017, and It Chapter 2. Now we're on to the Conjuring films, and I don't have them all, but I've got Annabelle Creation, Annabelle, and these are in order of chronological order, The Conjuring, Conjuring 2, and that's it for now. I will get the other ones, but I just have not got them yet. Gremlins, 7, Terminator Anthology, first 4 Terminators, Terminator Genesis, Predator, AVP double feature, Alien vs. Predator and Alien vs. Predator Requiem, Prometheus, Alien Covenant Steelbook, Alien Quadrilogy, first 4 Alien movies, Gone Girl, Black Swan, I absolutely love Black Swan, Darren Aronofsky. And speaking of Darren Aronofsky, we have Mother, awesome as well. Paranormal Activity 5, the marked ones. 10 Cloverfield Lane, one of my favorite movies ever. A Quiet Place, this one is a movie that I, after rewatching it, have not liked it as much, but I still think it's a good, solid movie. Pet Sematary Remake, 2019. Donnie Darko with the Walmart exclusive cover, so it's like the regular artwork is underneath. Sticky Dawn. Silence of the Lambs with the original artwork underneath too. And then Carrie with the original artwork underneath as well. Another version of Carrie, because I got the Scream Factory recently. This is the original version from MGM. Fargo, awesome. Night of the Living Dead remake. Insidious. Saw 1 through 7, awesome. Jigsaw, awesome. Suspiria, 2018, really, really good. 3 from Hell box with the shirt. Scream 5 film collection, Scream 1, 2, and 3, then Still Screaming, the Ultimate Scary Movie retrospective, and Scream the Inside Story. It Follows. American Psycho. Knives Out, this is not horror, but I put this in there just for, I don't know what reason, I just think I forgot that I put it in the horror stack, but Knives Out, love it. Love Rian Johnson's movies. Phantasm 1. When a Stranger Calls with the VHS artwork cover underneath the regular artwork. Pretty cool. Eli Roth's Hostel 1 and 2. Cannibal Holocaust. Puppet Master The Littlest Reich, really fun. Trick, pretty fun. Color Out of Space, it's okay. The Fanatic, pretty fun. House of the Devil, really cool. Maniac 2012, need the original. Really like both. I love both of them. I think that they're both great. Need to get the original, but this one is really good. The remake as well. The Ward. And now on to horror DVDs. So I've got this Alfred Hitchcock signature collection, which has Foreign Correspondent, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, Suspicion, Stage Fright, Strangers on a Train, I Confess, Dial In for Murder, The Wrong Man, and North by Northwest. All really entertaining in their own right. Then we have Psycho 2 DVD, Psycho 3 DVD, Psycho Remake DVD, Psycho 4-pack, I got all the Psycho editions. So Psycho 2, Psycho 3, Psycho 4 are in the Bates Motel TV movie. Halloween, one of the releases on DVD, with the Halloween Unmasked 2000 documentary, which is pretty cool. Then another with the artwork I really love. I love that Michael Myers artwork, so cool. Halloween 2 Universal art release. Then the Halloween 3 Universal release. Halloween 4. And I don't have all the Halloween movies on DVD yet. I want to get the rest, but I have watched them so much on TV or on Blu-ray that I didn't get the DVDs really. But I skip a few, and now I'm at Halloween H2O, 20 years later. And Halloween Resurrection. Rob Zombie's Halloween. Halloween 25 Years of Terror. Assault on Precinct 13. John Carpenter. The Fog, John Carpenter. Escape from LA. 6-movie collection, and the reason this is with those movies is because it's got Big Trouble in Little China in this, but this also has Romancing the Stone, The Jewel of the Nile, 9 to 5, Raising Arizona, and The War of the Roses. So it's a pretty cool set of movies that are kind of random in the 80s selection. And then this Undead collection, which has John Carpenter's Vampires, 30 Days of Night, Fright Night, Bram Stoker's Dracula, and The Covenant. And then the last John Carpenter movie, Ghost of Mars. Then we have Hitchcock, the Anthony Hopkins and Helen Mirren movie, which is really cool. Cool kind of just recreation of like Alfred Hitchcock in his career. Pretty cool. Raising Cain, Brian De Palma. Child's Play 1. And then another release of Child's Play, Chucky's 20th Birthday Edition. Seed of Chucky. And then, of course, I got the box set. Before you say that, I didn't just skip the Seed of Chucky. I've got Child's Play 2, 3, Bride of Chucky, and Seed of Chucky in this collection. Now we have the Friday the 13th from Crystal Lake to Manhattan box set, which is really cool. Found this for $20 like last year at Vintage Stock. Really awesome because I really wanted to get this because of the special features. And, of course, it's got the first 8 movies. Then I've got most of the Friday the 13th Paramount DVD releases. So I've got Part 2, don't have Part 1 in the bare bones. And then I don't have Part 3 bare bones, but I have the final chapter. Then A New Beginning with the artwork that really gets weird in these next movies. So The New Beginning, Jason Lives, which has Tina from Part 5 screaming on the cover. Weird. New Blood. This artwork isn't too bad. I like this artwork. And then Jason Takes Manhattan. Then we have the deluxe editions. So we have the 4-movie collection of 1 through 4, Friday the 13th. Then again, Part 5 with the dumb Canadian words. I don't like that, but I've got it. Jason Lives. The artwork's better on these, I think. Part 7, The New Blood. And then again, Jason Takes Manhattan. I like the artwork to that too. And then we have the Jason Slasher Collection, which is Jason Goes to Hell, Jason X, and Freddy vs. Jason, as in the New Line Cinema Jason Collection. Killer Cut DVD. His Name Was Jason documentary, pretty cool, but it's not. The Crystal Lake Memories is far superior, but this is still good. Nightmare on Elm Street 1 through 4, awesome. 5 through 8, awesome. Remake. Scream 2. Scream 4. Shocker. Then we have this 4-pack of The Funhouse, Phantasm 2, The Serpent and the Rainbow, and these movies are all varying and weird. Like there's some I like, some I'm like whatever on. But this is an interesting 4-pack that Universal released. Red Eye. Cursed. Cursed was pretty terrible. 3-pack that I got screwed over by. It has The Last House on the Left and My Soul to Take, but it does not have a Perfect Getaway. Whenever I bought this used, it did not have the Perfect Getaway release inside it. So I still have not watched The Perfect Getaway, which I hear people like. But I've seen the other two. I like The Last House on the Left remake. I really don't like My Soul to Take from what I remember, but I might like it on rewatch. TCM Next Generation with the awesome artwork of Matthew McConaughey and Renee Zellweger. Texas Chainsaw 3D, or just Texas Chainsaw. Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Beginning. The Strangers with the Walmart exclusive cover and the regular artworks underneath. But I really love that color artwork. Black Christmas 2006. Silent Night, Deadly Night 3-pack, which does not have a Killer Santa in any of them, but it is Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 3, Better Watch Out, Part 4, Initiation, and Part 5, The Toy Maker. It's funny, I was looking at the other movie, at Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 3, Better Watch Out, and then Silent Night says, you better watch out on the back cover. That cracked me up. But Silent Night 2012, pretty fun. Stepfather 2, Synapse Blu-ray. Stepfather 2 is awesome. Roger Corman's collection, Slumber Party Massacre 1 through 3. Love the first two. Terror Train, pretty cool. Prom Night collection and its weird licensing issues, because we have Prom Night 1, Prom Night 2, Hello Mary Lou, and then Prom Night 4, Deliver Us from Evil. We do not have Prom Night 3 in this collection, which I guess is owned by a different company. That's weird, but yeah. Cheerleader Camp. This one I thought was pretty fun. Happy Birthday to Me, pretty fun. My Bloody Valentine and April Fool's Day, before Scream Factory released them, I had this DVD 2-pack. My Bloody Valentine 3D, or just My Bloody Valentine, 2009. April Fool's Day, 2008. I Know What You Did Last Summer trilogy. I Know What You Did Last Summer. I still know what you did last summer, and I'll always know what you did last summer. Always know what you did last summer is fucking horrible. Urban Legends Final Cut. I want to get the Scream Factory edition because I think this one's fun, and I bought the Scream Factory for Urban Legend 1 recently, and I remember liking this one, so I want to get upgrade to the Scream Factory, but I don't have that yet. I just have the regular DVD. Then Urban Legends Bloody Mary. Then we have A Piece of Shit, When a Stranger Calls remake. I could not stand this movie. And I bet there's people who like it, and that's fine. But, man, it did not work for me at all. My original Final Destination 4-pack. Just the first 4 movies. Trick or Treat, pretty fun. Ice Cream Man and Jack Frost 2. I like Ice Cream Man. I didn't really like Jack Frost 2. I like the first one, but the second one, no. Hellraiser collection, and they deceive you by not having the first 2 Hellraiser movies in this, but thankfully I have the Arrow editions. But this has Hellraiser 3, Hell on Earth, Hellraiser Bloodline, Hellraiser Inferno, Hellraiser Hellseeker, Hellraiser Deader, and Hellraiser Hell World. That is a mouthful to say for these movies, but they're all hell related in Hellraiser. These sequels vary. There's not one that I hate in this one. I hate Revelations, but it isn't in this box set, but I don't mind any of these sequels. Honestly, I think they're all whatever, fun or entertaining in their own right. Cabin in the Woods, Jeepers Creepers. The first one is really creepy. The second one is fine. House of a Thousand Corpses, Devil's Rejects, Lords of Salem. I actually like this one a lot. Magic, love Magic. Magic is so good. I want to have a Blu-ray upgrade, but as of now, I got the DVD. Puppet Master Collection, all 9 movies, first 9 movies. So you've got Puppet Master 1, 2, Puppet Master 3, Tu Lon's Revenge, Puppet Master 4, 5, Puppet Master 6, Curse of the Puppet Master, Puppet Master 7, Retro Puppet Master, Puppet Master 8, The Legacy, Puppet Master 9, Axis of Evil. And then we got this 3-pack of Demonic Toys and Doll Man, and then Doll Man versus Demonic Toys. Pretty entertaining, like Puppet Master. Dead Silence, pretty cool. The Funhouse with the deceiving artwork. I don't really see this character in the movie, but I like the movie all right. I thought it was kind of boring, but I might rewatch it again and see if I like it a little more. It's one of my lesser Tobe Hooper movies, but I think that it's fine enough. Phantasm 5 DVD set, so all 5 Phantasm movies. Wrong Turn Collection, all 6. Cabin Fever, the first one. It's Alive 1, 2, and 3. Pretty fun. Fly 1986. American Werewolf in London. Interview with the Vampire. The Lost Boys. The Lost Boys, The Tribe. Lost Boys, The Thirst. And Queen of the Damned. The only one I like in this 4-pack is The Lost Boys. That's it. Now, this is awesome. The Christopher Lee Draculas. So you got Horror of Dracula, which I really loved. Dracula is Risen from the Grave, Tastes the Blood of Dracula, and Dracula AD 1972, which is a really interesting title. But I thought these were all fun. I really enjoyed these Christopher Lee Draculas. And these are all the Hammer Horror Christopher Lee Dracula movies I've seen. I definitely want to see more because I knew we made more than 4. But really fun collection. And now we come on to the Universal monster movie collections, and the only one I'm missing is the Invisible Man collection. But I have the Dracula Complete Legacy collection, which has Dracula, Dracula's Daughter, Son of Dracula, House of Frankenstein, House of Dracula, and Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein. And then as I'm talking about these other collections, they have a lot of the same movies. So we got the Mummy collection, and we have the Mummy, Mummy's Hand, Mummy's Tomb, Mummy's Ghost, Mummy's Curse, and Abbott and Costello Meet the Mummy. Then the Frankenstein collection. So we have Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein, Son of Frankenstein, Ghost of Frankenstein. Oh my God. Frankenstein meets the Wolfman, House of Frankenstein, House of Dracula, and Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein. Then we have the Wolfman collection. So we have the Wolfman, Frankenman meets the Wolfman, House of Frankenstein, House of Dracula again, Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein again, Werewolf of London, and She-Wolf of London. Then the Creature from the Black Lagoon collection. And there's only 3 movies in this one. So we have the original, we have Revenge of the Creature, and The Creature Walks Among Us. Then we have a 4-pack, and this is how I watch The Invisible Man, because I want to get the set because it has the sequels, but I don't have that set yet, Universal set. But this has the original Mummy, original Wolfman, Invisible Man, and the Phantom of the Opera. The Scorpion King, really lame, but it's because I guess I'm a completionist, and I had it because I had the Mummy movies on VHS, so I've got this DVD of the Scorpion King. I don't know why. I've got it. Van Helsing, I don't know why I've got this. It's another Universal monster movie that's not that good from what I remember. Speaking of another not good one, we've got The Wolfman, and then we've got Dracula Untold, which, again, it really sucks that Universal really went far into these movies that are modernized for, like, horror monsters, but they're not that good. Like, they don't compare at all to the original ones, unfortunately. Besides The Invisible Man that just came out that I showed on 4K. That one is really great. But movies like this, they were trying to make a universe, and, like, it doesn't work. Then we have King Kong and Son of Kong. King Kong versus Godzilla. A weird 2-pack. So we got Candyman, the original, which is awesome. And then we got Pumpkinhead Ashes to Ashes, like the 3rd or 4th Pumpkinhead movie, which is pretty bad. So it's a weird 2-pack. Theater of Blood, pretty interesting. The Ruins, I was surprised by this one. This one actually surprised me because it came out when The Descent came out, and I thought it was going to be like a rip-off of that. But no, this one is really cool. 8mm, pretty creepy. The Tenant, Roman Polanski, and you'll see another Roman Polanski movie soon, but The Tenant, really awesome. The Dentist, pretty fun Brian Usna movie. Sweeney Todd. Vacancy. Amityville Horror, the original. You can see these are out of order now. Like, the Blu-rays are in order, but these DVDs were not. So we have a Stephen King 4-pack Paramount collection. So we got The Dead Zone, Original Pet Sematary, Silver Bullet, and Graveyard Shift. Pet Sematary 2 with the new artwork, which is okay. Then we have a 4-pack Stephen King collection. So we've got Dreamcatcher, Dolores Claiborne, Cat's Eye, which is pretty cool, and Creepshow, which is pretty cool. I like Dolores Claiborne too, but I don't really like Dreamcatcher. Stephen King's Sleepwalkers, really, really bizarre movie. Riding the Bullet, Mick Garris, but I didn't really like this one, unfortunately. I didn't like this one either. The Assault on Precinct 13 remake, I thought this was forgettable as hell. Like, I don't remember anything of this one. It's nowhere near anything close to the original. Frailty, really good. Mother of Tears, Dario Argento's 3rd film in his trilogy. In his Mother's trilogy. This is a really weird one. It's enjoyable, but it's very strange. Especially for Argento. Carrie 2013. Rewatched this recently. I really like the 3rd act. Whenever the movie copies the De Palma movie, it's not good. But whenever it tries to be a little different, like the 3rd act, I thought that it really worked. And I really like things about this movie a lot. Fear.com. Really silly, goofy, weird movie from 2000s. Blair Witch Project. Blair Witch 2. The Puppet Masters, not Puppet Master, The Puppet Masters with Donald Sutherland. Interesting little movie. Predator 2. And then we have another Stephen King movie that I guess was mixed up. We got the Firestarter 2 movie collection. A sequel to Firestarter that no one ever knows about that was a TV movie with Dennis Hopper, which is interesting. but Firestarter 1 I like. 4-pack with Pumpkinhead 2, Bloodwings, Leprechaun, Wishmaster, and Wishmaster 2. Omen 4, The Awakening for some reason. Monster, really good movie with Charlize Theron, really scary movie. Stranger Things Blu-ray with the VHS sized artwork, which is pretty interesting. Critters 1 through 4, pretty fun. 4-pack again with Queen of the Damned and Dreamcatcher, but you've got Gothica and Ghost Ship as well. Ghost Ship is the only one I like in this pile. In these 4 movies. I did not like the other ones, unfortunately. Poltergeist 2 and 3. I've got Poltergeist 1. It's somewhere in this pile, but Poltergeist 2 and 3. Sinister, Mama, The Ring, The Ring 2. Oculus, Mike Flanagan. Love this movie. The Grudge, 2004 American. Grudge 2. Dawn of the Dead. Really love that artwork still. Diary of the Dead. Survival of the Dead. 28 Days and 28 Weeks Later. Really love 28 Weeks. 28 Days I like. Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3. Signs in the Village. M. Night Shyamalan. Lady in the Water. The Happening. Hannibal Rising. Red Dragon. Hannibal Lecter 2-pack with Silence of the Lambs and Hannibal. Fear, Mark Wahlberg and Reese Witherspoon. Jacob's Ladder, interesting. Sleeping with the Enemy, I really like this one. Speaking of Joseph Rubin, The Good Son is also a movie he directed, as well as Sleeping with the Enemy and The Stepfather, but I really like The Good Son as well, really fun. Wolf Creek, I don't remember loving this one, but I remember it was being okay. Whoa, it's suddenly more sunny outside and I'm wearing a different shirt. But anyways, let's continue on with this 3-pack Blu-ray of Beetlejuice, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and Corpse Bride. Love Corpse Bride. Really like Beetlejuice, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I think I remember liking okay. Let's see, the Hitcher remake with this really dirty DVD cover. It's pretty nasty touching it, but I found it at Goodwill. I need to Germex the hell out of this thing. It's pretty nasty. And then Joyride 1 and 2. I enjoy these, and we also have Joyride 3, Roadkill, starring Ken Kirzinger, which is pretty funny. And then we have this 4-pack of 7, Heat, Insomnia, and Devil's Advocate, all really great movies. King Kong, 1976, I already showed off the original one twice, because I have 2 releases of that. I've only got 1 release of this one. I think it's okay, the 76 one. I like the 2005 one the best. King Kong Lives, the sequel to the 76 one with Linda Hamilton. Pretty hilarious. Nobody knows about this one. It's not that good. And then my original DVD copy of King Kong 2005, because I have the Blu-ray as well. And then, like I said, all these are jumbled right now, all these DVDs. So we have the Children of the Corn / Halloween set, which I found for $2 at a antique store. It has Children of the Corn 2, Final Sacrifice, Children of the Corn 3, Urban Harvest, Children of the Corn 4, Gathering, Children of the Corn 5, Fields of Terror, 666, Isaac's Return, and Revelations. It's part 7. And then Halloween 6, 7, and 8. Amityville 3D, really bad, but I don't remember hating it, but it was pretty bad. And then Amityville 4 is really bad too, but it's more entertaining because it's about an evil lamp that was from the Amityville house that starts wrecking shit. It's pretty hilarious. Ooh, Young Frankenstein. This isn't horror, but it's in this pile. Love this movie. Mel Brooks, awesome. Darkman, not horror either, but it has Sam Raimi touch. It's a dark-looking movie for a comic book movie. It's pretty cool. I like Darkman. I don't know why I own this. I got it, I think, for $1, and I didn't know how bad it would be, and it was terrible. Jaws 3 movie collection, so 2, 3, and 4. Have to have those. I'd like to upgrade them to Blu-ray. Amityville Remake, which I actually dig and kind of like more than the original. And then this cool 4-pack with Copycat, Diabolique, The Crush, and Pacific Heights. I like these 2, but I don't like Copycat or Diabolique. I don't like either of those. And I know Diabolique is like a remake. I haven't seen the original, but I didn't like either of those. But I like the 2 on the bottom. 2 on the bottom are pretty fun. Once Bitten and Vampire's Kiss. I remember these being fine. Like I liked Vampire's Kiss more than just Bitten, Once Bitten, but I don't know. Like they're both pretty whatever to me. Oh, and we have another Night of the Living Dead for some reason. We have Dawn of the Dead and Land of the Dead, but they weren't with the other ones. Again, on the bottom of my shelf, I kind of for a while just started putting DVDs there, and I didn't care as much sorting those. So that's why right now these are really out of order. Virus with Jamie Lee Curtis. Pretty bad. She hates the movie, according to the Halloween issue commentary from Scream Factory. It's hilarious, though, because this movie is pretty bad. But it was entertaining from what I remember when I saw it. Ooh, Slither. Slither's pretty awesome. I want to upgrade to Scream Factory. Really like Slither. And then Shaun of the Dead. Really cool, but it's really got an old DVD cover and DVD wrap paper underneath. Paranormal Activity 1 through 4. Entertaining in their own right. Cloverfield. Fun. The Wicker Man. Nicolas Cage. Really terrible, but it's kind of fun. The Game, again, on DVD. I upgraded to Blu-ray. Still have the DVD. Ooh, Mulholland Drive. Mulholland Drive, David Lynch. Awesome. I've only seen it once, and I want to see it again because I really loved it from what I remember. And then Scary Movie 1 and 2. Really hilarious. I had 3 and 4, but I can't find them. I don't know if I got rid of them, but I don't know where they went. But I want to get them again if I can't find them anywhere. Requiem for a Dream. Really freaking good. Awesome movie. Aronofsky, of course. Hollow Man. Pretty fun. I remember rewatching it recently whenever the Invisible Man movie came out, the new one, because I wanted to get a refresher on this movie, and it's pretty solid, but it's really silly. Then we have the old Omen collection, because I have it on Blu-ray now, but I've got the original 5 films in their DVDs, so it was cool whenever I had that. Shutter Island, cool. Event Horizon, they just announced today, and this video won't be released today as I'm recording, but they just announced recently that Scream Factory will be releasing this, which is really cool. I'm excited for that. Nothing But Trouble. This isn't really a horror movie, but it should fall into that bizarro category of being a pseudo-horror comedy. Like, it's a movie you gotta see to understand it. I don't know what the hell I watched whenever I saw this movie. American Werewolf in Paris. Actually pretty fun. I like it. I of course don't like it as much as the original, but I think it's good. I think it's fun. Poltergeist. There's Poltergeist, because I had showed 2 and 3 already. Dead Calm. Watched this recently, and I like this one. Dark Ride. Again, this is one I watched recently, too. Pretty fun. Deep Blue Sea. It's pretty whatever. It's got a couple moments that are fun. Leprechaun 1 through 7. Fun. And then Returns I really liked. Rosemary's Baby, one of my recent pickups because I haven't seen this in a long time. I'm gonna rewatch that. Another Puppet Master set, but it's Puppet Master and Killjoy, so it's Puppet Master 1 through 10 instead of 1 through 9 like the other set, and then Killjoy 1 through 3, which I just watched the Killjoys recently. And P2, awesome. Now onto my horror VHSs. So we have Halloween, one of the regular editions. Not any special edition of it. It's just the regular release that's big. Halloween 2, Good Times release. Doesn't even work in one scene because the tape ripped, unfortunately, but I taped it back. But it's during a climactic moment of Laurie running away. It sucks, but I still am glad I found this Good Times release for $2 at a antique store. Friday the 13th, Jason Lives. Want to get more of these, but I just haven't been able to buy them yet. Jason X. Nightmare 2, Freddy's Revenge. Dream Warriors, Part 3. Freddy's Dead. New Nightmare. Bride of Chucky. And I've got 2 releases of Bride of Chucky. For some reason, I accidentally bought 2 of them on eBay, but it was only like an extra $5. Psycho remake. Scream. So I basically have all these movies that are horror, that are really popular. There's a lot of rare ones I want to get, but of course all the popular ones are easy to find in antique stores or Goodwills, so that's why I found some of these 90s horror, specifically from what I've shown. Another version of Scream. Scream 2. Scream 3 demo tape, which is interesting. I Know What You Did Last Summer. Freddy vs. Jason. Urban Legend. Final Destination. This is a cool one, Horror Express. I don't have this on any other media, so I'm glad that I found this on VHS, even though I definitely want to upgrade and watch it in another way, but it was fine watching on VHS for the first time. Mario Bava's Blood and Black Lace. That's pretty cool to get it on VHS, too. I really like the cover. The cover's pretty cool. I really like this Hellraiser cover. I don't know. This is from... Oh, it's Anchor Bay. Anchor Bay VHS. Sleepy Hollow. Again, I've only got this on VHS. Need to upgrade. Now I've got a couple De Palmas. So I've got Dress to Kill, Good Times VHS. And then I've got Body Double. Awesome. I got both of those. And then Magic on VHS. Dog Soldiers. Terminator 1. Terminator 2. Manhunter. And this is the only this is the only release I have of Manhunter. I definitely want to get the Scream Factory, but this is the only Hannibal / Silence of the Lambs movie that I don't have on DVD or Blu-ray, so I need to upgrade. Exorcist clamshell case, found for 25 cents at a Goodwill. Awesome. Exorcist 2, and this is not the original release. It's like the Warner Brothers 2000s DVD release, late 90s. Because I want the original release with all the credits on it. I love VHS tapes with the credits underneath of the poster, like the actual poster. The Haunting, 1999, pretty bad, but somewhat entertaining. Frighteners, if you can even see that. And Village of the Damned, The Dead Zone. It with the 2 tapes. Blair Witch Project. The Sixth Sense, Shyamalan. The Grudge. The Phantom of the Opera, Universal Monsters. Both Jurassic Parks 1 and 2 on VHS. Predator, one of the more recent VHS releases before it was out of VHS. End of Days. Lost Boys. Ooh, Anaconda. I like that cover. And then The Mummy and the Mummy Returns. Hannibal. The Watcher. Blue Steel. Jamie Lee Curtis. This one's pretty cool. Catherine Bigelow. Older movie that I don't know if it was her first movie she directed, but it was maybe one of the first. Sleeping with the Enemy Again. Basic Instinct. Pretty awesome. Amityville 2 on VHS. Good Times VHS. Ghostbusters 2 with all these real stickers for renting. Renting stickers. Interesting. $9.97 for rent. Or no, actually it's for buy. It's for buying because it was previously viewed. Memoirs of an Invisible Man. Scary Movie 2 demo tape. American Werewolf in Paris, but with the clamshell where it's like a rental, or like they put the cover just in between this thing. The other Bride of Chucky I have on VHS. And then Silence of the Lambs. Evil Dead 2. This is not a VHS. This is the Evil Dead 2 10 DVD that I found at Vintage Stock for $10. Had to get it. Pretty cool. I really like the tin cover. And now we have a couple action tapes. So we've got the Indiana Jones collection. Just the first 3, like VHS trilogy box set. And then Young Indiana Jones, chapter 18. I've never watched this. It's one of the episodes of the show. Never seen the show. It was my dad's. He didn't need it, so he just gave it to me. That and the other Indiana Jones set. And then Star Wars, Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, and of course we don't have episode 3 on VHS. It wasn't released in the US on VHS. And then we have the Star Wars 1999 box set, which has the same side artwork as episode 1 and 2 to connect them. But so whenever I was a kid, tape ate up Return of the Jedi, so Return of the Jedi does not have a tape in it. But I've got A New Hope and Empire Strikes Back still, and I don't have the outside artwork sleeve for this, but this is my original copy. And then we have the 97 release. And I think I've got another one somewhere. I can't find it, but I think I've got another set. If you see it, you'll see it whenever it comes up in this video if I do, but I haven't seen it in my pile so far. But the 1997 release, I guess? No, 95. This is the 95 release. There's been many, many Star Wars releases. Of course there have been. Now, on to the Star Wars DVDs. In Blu-ray, so we have Phantom Menace, original copy, Attack of the Clones, Clone Wars show, Clone Wars movie of the show, Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, Solo, Target exclusive digibook, really cool, Star Wars Rebels Season 1, Season 2, Season 3, and I don't have Season 4, but I have seen it, and it was good. But I just don't have Season 4. Rogue One, and you can see these are in chronological order. New Hope, Empire, Return of the Jedi, the Star Wars bonus disc in that trilogy box set, and the other Star Wars Trilogy Edition, which contains the original cuts. I don't think they're in the same aspect ratio, but they're all the original cuts of the original trilogy in this set. Force Awakens 3D. Force Awakens, Target exclusive little book, Blu-ray, I don't know how to call it. Last Jedi Steelbook, really beautiful. Rise of Skywalker Steelbook, really beautiful as well. Original Trilogy, Blu-ray. Complete saga, it's the first 6. But it's not complete anymore. Clone Wars Volume 1 animated. And Clone Wars 2 animated, cartoon animated, Star Wars Droids, and the Story of Star Wars bonus disc that came with Episode 3 whenever it was released on DVD. On to the Marvel movies, and I've got every MCU movie that has been released so far, and I've got Iron Man, and these are in order of how I consider them chronological order. I know that a lot of them fly in between the movies with timelines, but Iron Man 1, Iron Man 2, Incredible Hulk, Thor with this really cool cover for the Blu-ray 3D, and then the cool Captain America, the First Avenger 3D Blu-ray cover. That's pretty awesome as well. I really like how they both are like side by side, like to show. I think that's really cool. And then the Avengers, Iron Man 3, Thor: The Dark World, Winter Soldier, Guardians 1, Guardians 2 4K, Age of Ultron, Avengers, Ant-Man, Captain America Civil War, Black Panther with this really incredible steelbook. I love this artwork. That's really incredible. I love the steelbook for this. Spider-Man Homecoming, 4K. Doctor Strange, Thor Ragnarok 4K, Avengers Infinity War Digibook from Target, Ant-Man and the Wasp Digibook from Target, Captain Marvel. And Captain Marvel, yeah, in order-wise, Captain Marvel should be one of the first, but it's got the after-credits scene after Infinity War, so I put this in that order. And then Avengers Endgame, Target Digibook, pretty cool. Spider-Man Far From Home. And now we've got the other Marvel movies that are not in the MCU that I have on Blu-ray. So I've got the Spider-Man Legacy Collection, which is a really cool set. I wish that I should have got the 4K set, but they of course released this first, and I didn't think, yeah, they're going to make a 4K release, and I didn't wait. So I got this Blu-ray set, which is a good set regardless. It's got Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3, Sam Raimi's, and then Mark Webb's Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2. Speaking of Amazing Spider-Man, you've got the Amazing Spider-Man regular Blu-ray, and then Amazing Spider-Man 2 Magnet Steelbook. Not Steelbook. I don't know what this is called, but it's a pretty cool cover. I really like that. That's pretty awesome. And then we've got no more Spider-Man stuff. So we got Venom on 4K, and then Into the Spider-Verse on 4K. Spectacular Spider-Man. I actually like this show. This is a good animated show, and it is $5 at a local store in town on Blu-ray for 4 discs, the whole series. So I had to, of course, spend $5 to get this. Really pretty good series. I actually enjoyed this one a lot from what I remember. Now we come on to the X-Men movies. So we got the X-Men and Wolverine collection. So it's a majority of the X-Men movies, and the other ones I've got right here. So I've got Days of Future Past Rogue Cut, which is interesting. It's whatever. It doesn't add a lot to the movie besides adding Rogue into it for a couple scenes. X-Men Apocalypse. Logan, really awesome. Deadpool. Deadpool 2. Now we come on to the DC movies. So we've got Joker in 4K. Beautiful. Then the 4-pack Batman. So Batman 89, Batman Returns, Batman Forever, and Batman and Robin. Then we come to Nolan's trilogy. So Batman Begins, Dark Knight, and Dark Knight Rises. Now on to the DCEU. There's so many different DC universes that they made for film. So we have Man of Steel, which I'm not a fan of, really, at all. It was $5. Batman v Superman, the Ultimate Edition, which is, I guess, a tad like it adds a little bit of difference to the original theatrical cut, but it's not a huge difference. It's a tad okay, more better than the other one, but this movie has actually grown on me after a couple of years. Like I don't dislike this as much as I did when I first saw it. Suicide Squad, I think this is such a fun movie. It's such a trashy movie, but it's so entertaining. I really enjoy Suicide Squad. Wonder Woman 4K, love Wonder Woman. That movie's awesome. Justice League, pretty much of a letdown, but it wasn't terrible, but it was just whatever. Aquaman, really awesome, really fun. Shazam, really cool. I like Shazam a lot too. And then Birds of Prey, which is the newest DC movie. And the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn. I've got to always read that title because I always forget, because I know it's Harley Quinn movie, but you got a huge ass title. Lego Movie, awesome. Lego Movie 2, alright. Lego Batman movie Steelbook, really beautiful. Batman The Dark Knight Returns Deluxe Edition, so both parts of the Dark Knight Returns animated movie, which is a pretty good movie. I liked it. And now we start into the J.K. Rowling Wizarding World. So we've got Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald. And I bought this on Black Friday this last year and still have not rewatched this. I've only seen it once. It's a movie that, honestly, I don't remember much about, and I want to watch it, but also I don't want to. I don't know why. And I love Harry Potter. I love Harry Potter so much. It's one of my favorite things ever. But this movie, I don't know. It's very strange. I want to rewatch it, but I kind of don't want to as well. I'm really interested in what they'll do with the rest of these Fantastic Beasts movies, if they make more, or if they're going to keep making more. But I don't know. This one's a weird movie. Then, of course, Harry Potter and Sorcerer's Stone. I'm just going to, put these up really quickly. So, Chamber of Secrets, Prisoner of Azkaban, Goblet of Fire, Order of the Phoenix, Half-Blood Prince, cool artwork changing in between, Deathly Hallows 1 and Deathly Hallows 2. Again, artwork changing in between, really awesome. Lord of the Rings box set, extended editions, really cool. I want to get the Hobbit set as well. I just, for some reason, the Hobbit movies I think are okay, they're fine, but they're not movies that I want to rewatch immediately, so that set's been out for years, but I just haven't got it yet. And I do want to get the Hobbit set just to complete the collection, but as is, I've still got the greatest ones right here, so. Detective Pikachu on 4K. Pan's Labyrinth, Guillermo del Toro, awesome. And then we got Hunger Games original, Catching Fire, Mockingjay 1 and Mockingjay 2. Now we start with the Disney movies, and Disney Pixar first. So we, of course, have some of my favorite movies ever. Toy Story 1, Toy Story 2, Toy Story 3, and Toy Story 4 Target Digibook. Love all 4 Toy Story movies. I love them all equally. Truly some of the best films I've ever seen. Truly films that are incredibly nostalgic to me, but also just fantastic movies. They're some of the best movies ever. Love them all. And then Monsters University, Monsters Inc. And these are in order of release unless there's prequels or sequels. So Finding Dory. I don't have Finding Nemo on Blu-ray, but I've got it on DVD. You'll see that later. Up. WALL-E. Love WALL-E. Inside Out. Inside Out is incredible. This artwork is great as well. That's really cool for 3D Blu-ray. The Good Dinosaur is whatever, but it's a beautiful looking movie, but it's whatever. Coco is incredible. Love Coco. If just watching this movie, it's truly one of those moving movies. Love everything about it. And Onward, Target, new kind of digibook with just the regular Blu-ray case inside. But Onward is really fun. Really like Onward. Now we start with the animated Disney canon on Blu-ray. So I've got almost every animated Disney movie on Blu-ray as well. This is before Disney Plus came out, and also I'm just still love physical media. So I've got almost every Disney movie in the animated canon. I think there's 54, 55. I don't have all of them, but I have like maybe 50 out of 54. There's a couple movies I don't want, like Home on the Range or Chicken Little. Like, I don't want those. Haven't seen Meet the Robinsons, but I've got most of these movies on Blu-ray. So, Diamond Edition of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, incredible movie. Pinocchio, incredible too. This is a signature collection. Fantasia and Fantasia 2000. Dumbo original. I don't have the Dumbo remake. I don't dislike it, but I just don't have it. Bambi is incredible. One of the most moving movies with nothing happening. It's about nature. It's just, the animation is incredible. The musical score is incredible. It's chilling. It's a very incredible movie, and I love everything about that one. And rewatching it as an adult, you could see how much artistry goes into that movie and how moving of a movie it is. Even when you're an adult, you don't have to be a kid to enjoy it. And then this is a 2-pack with The Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad, The Sleepy Hollow, and then Fun and Fancy Free. Cinderella, first one, 1950. Cinderella 2 and 3. Cinderella 3 is actually really solid. Like, I was surprised, genuinely, because Cinderella 2 is just like 3 episodes of a TV movie, or of a TV show that never existed. So it surprised me that Cinderella 3 was actually really good, and it kind of delved into the story a little more. Cinderella remake, which I actually dug. I thought that was pretty cool. Alice in Wonderland, the original, really like that one. Sleeping Beauty, awesome. Maleficent, I need to get Maleficent Mistress of Evil, the second one, even though she's not evil. I always say that because she's not evil in these two movies. It's like she's misunderstood, but they market it like that. But I want to get the second Maleficent, I just don't have it yet. 101 Dalmatians, with a really reflective white artwork. 101 Dalmatians 2, Patch's London Adventure, which is a direct-to-video movie. That was okay. It was like a good long TV episode. Like, it wasn't bad. Sword in the Stone, really weird one. I watched as a kid a lot. Jungle Book 2016. Robin Hood, awesome. The Rescuers and the Rescuers Down Under. I love The Rescuers Down Under. It's truly one of the most underrated Disney movies, and it's just an incredible movie. Score and visuals are just so striking in that movie. Fox and the Hound 1 and the Fox and the Hound 2. Yeah, the reason why I love the first one, but the second one, of course, is part of this 2-pack, is why I have the second one. Little Mermaid, and then Little Mermaid Ariel's Beginning, which is a prequel, and then Little Mermaid 2. They're both whatever. Like, the prequel I thought was a little better than the second one, because the second one was like the same movie again as the first one. Beauty and the Beast, awesome, one of the best. Beauty and the Beast remake, I enjoy that one a lot. Aladdin, with a really reflective cover. Return of Jafar and Aladdin and the King of Thieves. They're whatever. They're not that great, but they're whatever. Aladdin 2019, which I actually enjoy a lot, and I've actually watched this one more than most of the Disney remakes, live-action remakes. Like, this one kind of surprised me at how it is the same movie, but they did just enough to where I stay interested. It's not like The Lion King 2019, which I didn't hate, but it's the exact same movie again. This one changes it up just a little bit, where like it has a little bit more of an identity, and most of these live action movies don't have an identity because they're the same movie again. But this one I thought did subtle things enough that I enjoyed it more than most of them. Like, I did like this one a lot. Speaking of Lion King, the Diamond Edition. And then for $6 at Black Friday, I did buy the Lion King 2019. This movie is just so utterly forgettable. it's the exact same movie as the first one. And I know you can argue that all of these remakes are the same because they follow the story. They are the same, but this one is different than the other ones where it's just like almost every line of dialogue, almost every shot, like it's so frustratingly the same that I don't know, it's a weird movie. I can watch it, but it's such a weird movie. I don't understand how to talk about it. Pocahontas, really like Pocahontas, Pocahontas 2. And then Hunchback, love Hunchback of Notre Dame. This has the second one as well, which is really bad. Hercules is fun. Mulan 1 and 2, I really like the first Mulan. That's a really fun one. Really like Tarzan. This is only one movie because I think they were going to do like a 2-pack of the other ones, but they didn't. Or at least I haven't seen them do it. The Emperor's New Groove is really funny. Kronk's New Groove is pretty bad. But again, it's a direct-to-video sequel like most of these. Again, a direct-to-video sequel with a regular movie. So Atlantis: The Lost Empire, and then Atlantis: Milo's Return, which, like Cinderella 2, is just 3 episodes of a non-existent TV show made into a movie, which is just pretty bad. Lilo and Stitch is great. Love Lilo and Stitch. Lilo and Stitch 2, I think, for a direct-to-video movie, isn't terrible. It's just okay. Treasure Planet. Treasure Planet's pretty fun. It just tanked with Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets being released, so it's like the lowest grossing like Disney animated movie ever, I think, or one of the lowest. Brother Bear 1 and 2, really loved both of them. Brother Bear 2, I think, is one of the best direct-to-video sequels. Tangled is really good. This one genuinely surprised me. Like, I thought it followed the tropes enough of these kind of movies, but it was just so charming and so funny and so likable, and just everything worked about Tangled. It's great. And I like it more than Frozen, honestly. And Frozen I think is good too. Wreck-It Ralph. Ralph Breaks the Internet. Speaking of Frozen 2 Steelbook. Pretty looking Steelbook. I like the artwork. That's really cool. Big Hero 6, a fun Marvel/Disney movie. Zootopia, I remember liking this one. Moana, really good music. Really thought this one was fun. Short Films Collection, which has, of course, Frozen plastered on the front, but it's got a lot of good short films that are, whether it's 3D animation or 2D animation in the past, like, 10 years. It's a pretty good set. Nightmare Before Christmas. I love Nightmare Before Christmas. One of my favorite movies ever. Love it so much. Love the artwork. It's truly one of my favorite movies. And speaking of some of my favorite movies, James and the Giant Peach. Same director, Henry Selick, who directed Nightmare Before Christmas. Same stop motion animation. Love this movie as well. It's one of my absolute favorites. Oz the Great and Powerful. This one is kind of whatever. It's a weird movie. There's things I like. There's things I'm like, this is strange. Particularly the reveal. Wizard of Oz. Wizard of Oz is a great movie, of course. The Muppets 2011. I thought that one was pretty fun. Muppets Most Wanted. This one was pretty fun too. Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides. I've got other Pirates movies, but I don't have the 5th one. And we start my Disney Studio Ghibli collection. So these are Japanese animated movies that are truly incredible. If you're a fan of movies, go and see any of these Studio Ghibli movies. But Disney does not own these anymore, but this is the Disney label for these ones. So we have Nausicaa in the Valley of the Wind, really good. Castle in the Sky, love it. Grave of the Fireflies is truly one of the saddest movies you'll ever see. It's hard to watch. My Neighbor Totoro, one of the most light movies you'll ever see, but it's a great movie. It's such a beautiful, incredible movie with the score, with the visuals, with the animation, as well as Kiki's Delivery Service. Kiki's Delivery Service as well is incredible. I can watch this movie anytime, and I kind of want to now. Only Yesterday, Porco Rosso. I don't know if you could see that. Porco Rosso. Pom Poko. These names are hilarious. Whisper of the Heart. Princess Mononoke, really, really great movie. Really fantastic. My Neighbors the Yamadas. Spirited Away, one of my absolute favorite movies ever. This movie is truly incredible. It's such a fantastic movie. Everything about what people say about this movie is I stand with them. I think that this is an incredible movie. The Cat Returns, which is a sequel to Whisper of the Heart. Howl's Moving Castle, a really cool visual movie. Tales from Earthsea, a really beautiful movie. Ponyo, kind of like The Little Mermaid, but it's a little more goofy, I guess. The Secret World of Arrietty. From Up on Poppy Hill. The Wind Rises. The Tale of Princess Kaguya. And then When Marnie Was There. When Marnie Was There, I really, really like. This one's a really great movie. And I like all these, but that one is really up there. Now, I'm a big video game fan, so I have Kingsglaive, Final Fantasy 15. It's like a prequel to the movie. It's not that good, but like I've only watched it once. I don't remember it well. But I love the video game. Final Fantasy 15 is great, but this is just like a prequel story before it. It's okay. Final Fantasy The Spirits Within, the 99 movie that is not related to the video games. Final Fantasy VII Advent and Children Complete. And I love the Persona games. So Persona 4, the animation, I've got both, like the whole series, like both of the Persona 4, the animation volumes. And then South Park, Bigger, Longer, and Uncut. Just a fantastic, funny comedy. Like, this is one of my favorite comedies, and South Park's one of my favorite shows. But this movie, man, it gets you. It's so genuinely funny. Now onto my Disney DVDs, which I have a lot of the same Blu-rays as the same Disney DVDs because I just upgraded them. So you're going to see a lot of doubles of these, but my original copy of Toy Story. I don't have the Toy Story 2 anymore because it broke whenever I was a kid on DVD. But I want to get that copy again just for sentimental reasons. Bug's Life. Monsters, Inc. original copy. And then Finding Nemo original copy. Incredibles. Awesome. The first Cars. Ratatouille. Snow White. Pinocchio. Fantasia. Bambi. Bambi 2, this is a sequel that I actually really like. It's very simplistic, but the first movie is very simplistic. I think that this really works as a sequel, with a few moments that don't work, but still, it's a solid direct-to-video sequel. Saludos Amigos. During World War II, Disney made 6 movies that were not full-length feature films. They stopped after Bambi, and then they started again with Cinderella. But between those movies, you had Saludos Amigos, The Three Caballeros, Make Mine Music, Melody Time, and also that 2-pack of Ichabod and Mr. Toad and Fun and Fancy Free. Those 6 movies were made whenever Disney didn't have enough profit, and like during World War II. So they made not fully animated movies, but just different sets of animation, like based with music or based in Brazil, stuff like that. Cinderella 2. This is a copy that my sister had, and I just took after nobody wanted it. Alice in Wonderland, the Tim Burton one, which is really weird. Peter Pan. Return to Neverland, which is okay. Lady and the Tramp. I don't have that one on Blu-ray yet. Lady and the Tramp 2. I don't need that one on Blu-ray. Sword in the Stone. Aristocats. Rescuers Down Under. Again, incredible. I'm going to say that again. Great. Black Cauldron with the bad Canadian French words on the side. I wish that it was just the regular US edition. I just don't like seeing words twice, like the same title twice. I think that kind of is lame for me. Great Mouse Detective, pretty underrated. Oliver and Company. Beauty and the Beast again, Platinum Edition. Return of Jafar. King of Thieves, Aladdin. Lion King 1, original copy. And Lion King 2. Lion King 1.5. I thought this was funny in some parts. Pocahontas with the original added-in song that I really thought made the movie better. Even though I do like the movie already, but this anniversary edition, 10th anniversary, is a better movie than the theatrical one. Hunchback 1. Love Hunchback, like I said. Hunchback 2, pretty bad. Mulan 1. Mulan 2. Tarzan again. Emperor's New Groove again. Again, a lot of these are releases that I just had before I upgraded to Blu-ray. Lilo and Stitch, original copy. Stitch the movie. This is not on Blu-ray, just DVD. Brother Bear 1, Brother Bear 2, Bolt. I like Bolt. I think this one is pretty underrated. It came out at a time where Disney was doing kind of bad with like their animated movies. With like Home on the Range and stuff. James and the Giant Peach, another release. Like this artwork a lot. That's really cool. Mary Poppins, great movie, one of the best. Like, this is one of the best Disney movies. Love it. I've seen it so many times as a kid. Saving Mr. Banks. This is a really good. I really like a really good movie. I really like the performances of these characters. They're both like all the actors in that movie are great. Return to Oz, really great creepy movie. Bedknobs and Broomsticks. This one's weird. It's like Mary Poppins, but it's not. Enchanted. I think Enchanted's pretty fun. Hocus Pocus. I remember this one being fun. I haven't watched it in a couple years. And then we have the Pirates 1, 2, and 3. Santa Claus 1. Santa Claus 2. Don't have Santa Claus 3. Narnia 1. Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. 8 Below. Herbie Rides Again, the only Herbie movie I have, but I've seen The Love Bug. I need to see the other ones, like Herbie Goes Bananas and Herbie Goes to Monte Carlo. I think I've seen Herbie Fully Loaded whenever I was a kid, but I don't remember it much. Pokemon the first movie, of course. Pokemon Forever. Pokemon Heroes, the movie. This one is incredibly nostalgic. I love this movie. Latios and Latias are some of my favorite Pokemon. If you're a Pokemon nerd, you know what I'm talking about. Pokemon Jirachi Wishmaker. Watched that as a kid a lot. Destiny Deoxys. Again, these are all fun whenever I was a kid. Lucario and the Mystery of Mew. Lucario is my favorite Pokemon. Or no, Riolu is his pre-evolved form, but I love Lucario as well. And then Bleach, Memories of Nobody. Bleach is a show I like. I haven't seen all the way through, but it's a good anime, and I like this movie. And then I used to have a huge collection of Disney VHS tapes, but then I realized that these are taking over everywhere, and I don't need them anymore. So I kept a few of them that I'm really nostalgic for. Toy Story on VHS. Toy Story 2. More so nostalgic because I used to watch these so much as a kid on VHS. Buzz Lightyear Star Command. This is the only version I have. I'd want to get the DVD, but it's hard to find, but I have it just on VHS. It has been released on Blu-ray. Nightmare Before Christmas. And then again, James the Giant Peach. Third time. 3 releases. But I love it that much. Now, here's some of my action movies. I've got more on this shelf, but this shelf over here is like a mishmash of movies. So I've got I've got a stack right here of action movies that I'm going to show off first. So I've got the James Bond collection. Every movie except for Spectre, which I bought because it wasn't included with this. Love James Bond. Awesome 24 movie set, including with Spectre. Avatar, whatever. It's pretty Baby Driver on 4K. Awesome movie. I don't know why I own these, but the Fast and Furious movies, I think they get more fun after like the 4th one. They get more silly and goofy, so I can watch the ones after 4. The first 4 or whatever, they're not that great, or entertaining. Tarantino collection. Every Tarantino movie up to, I can't remember now, but I've seen all these and love them. Let's see. We've got Reservoir Dogs, True Romance, which is a Tony Scott movie, but he wrote it. Pulp Fiction, Jackie Brown. Kill Bill 1 and 2. Death Proof, and Inglourious Bastards. And then bonus discs. Really, Kill Bill 1 and 2 are some of my favorite movies ever. All of these movies in Tarantino's filmography I really love or like. But those are the only movies in that set. And then I've got Django Unchained, Steelbook. Then Hateful Eight. And then a Grindhouse double feature, which is, of course, Death Proof and Planet Terror. Robert Rodriguez, I think, directed Planet Terror. But, these are both fun movies. And I don't have Once Upon a Time in Hollywood yet, which I have been neglecting to buy. But it was one of my favorite movies of last year. I love it. And then we got the Rocky films. So we got Rocky 1 through 6 and Creed. I don't have Creed 2 yet. I don't know why either. That's another movie I need to get. So now I've got a pile of movies that I have not watched that are movies that I need to see and have bought and have not watched yet. So let's get started with the VHS tapes. Cape Fear. I still have not seen this movie. I hear it's fantastic. I really want to see it. Roman Polanski's Frantic. Movie I haven't seen either. Want to see it. Stir of Echoes. Looks really cool. Darkman 2. I like Darkman 1. Found Darkman 2 for cheap. Wishmaster 3. I've seen the first two. Clive Barker's Lord of Illusions. Want to see that. Now we have this horror classics collection. 50 horror movies. I can't name them all, but there are some pretty interesting ones. Like, we have the 1925 Phantom of the Opera. You've got the Little Shop of Horrors from the 60s. You got The Brain That Wouldn't Die, Night of the Living Dead. You've got a lot of movies on here, and I haven't seen all these, of course. There's 50 of them. It'll take me a while, but I've enjoyed the ones I've seen. 8-movie horror collection from Lionsgate, which has Waxwork, which I liked. 976 Evil 2. I haven't seen either of those. Haven't seen Ghoulies at all, so Ghoulies 3 is on here. The Unholy haven't seen. Chud 2 I have not watched yet. I've seen the first Chud. Chopping Mall I've seen. Slaughter High I've seen. Class of 1999 I've seen. Pretty interesting 8-pack, but the quality is absolute like dog shit. It's terrible. It's worse than a VHS copy. Like, it's so weird how they do that with those Lionsgate movies. And then you got this 4-pack. I've seen Coma. I've seen Wolfen. I need to see Body Snatchers and Bad Moon. Bad Moon I hear people talk about a lot. Zombie 4-pack I bought recently, which has Dead Snow, Pontypool, I Sell the Dead, and Doghouse. I've only seen I Sell the Dead, and I liked it a lot. Evil Spirits collection, which has Christine, which of course I've seen. Last Exorcism 2, which I have not seen. Deliver Us from Evil, yes, I've seen. Exorcism of Emily Rose, have not seen. And Evil Dead 2013, of course. I've got another version of that. 4 film pack. I've seen Drive Thru and Tamara. I haven't seen Creep or Boy Eats Girl. Here's another DVD with terrible quality. You can watch better quality on these domain-free movies on YouTube. But you've got Don't Look in the Basement, which I've seen. Scream Bloody Murder. Silent Night Bloody Night I've seen. The Hatchet Murders, which is Deep Red, and The Severed Arm. Haven't seen The Severed Arm. Then a Best of the Worst set. Jesus Christ, there's so many. My friend just bought this for me. He's like, I know you'd like this. So I haven't seen any of these yet, but we've got Manos, The Hands of Fate, which I really want to see. Tracking the Moon Beast, The Beast of Yucca Flats, Ega, The Ape Man, The Amazing Transparent Man, The Atomic Brain, Dementia 13, Unknown World, The Terror, Mesa of Lost Woman, and The Incredible Petrified World. What titles for these weird-ass movies. I'm excited to watch these. Lost After Dark, I'm excited to see this one. Again, we're still on the stack of movies I haven't seen. Return of the Living Dead, Rave to the Grave. I need Necronomicon first before I watch this one. Clint Eastwood 4-pack, Trouble with the Curve, Gran Torino, J. Edgar and Invictus. I've seen Gran Torino, haven't seen the other ones. The Clint Eastwood American Icon Collection. Play Misty for Me is awesome, but I haven't seen the Iger Sanction, Coogan's Bluff, or The Beguiled. Cooties? This one looked funny just by the title, so I had to buy it. 4-pack, I've seen all of these except for Haunting Connecticut, but it also has an American Haunting. The I remake and The Others. The Others is awesome. 4-pack again. Hostel 1, 2, The Tattooist, and The BTK Killer. I've seen Hostel 1 and 2, haven't seen the other ones. Ju-On 2, can't wait to watch that. Let the Right One In. Die Monster Die, and the Dunwich Terror. Interesting. The Cell. Boogeyman, The Killer Compilation. Stephen King 6-pack, I've seen all of these except for Sometimes They Come Back for More. So I've seen Maximum Overdrive, Big Driver, Riding the Bullet, Children of the Corn remake, and Trucks. I have not seen, actually. I haven't seen Trucks either. 4-pack, again. So many 4-packs. Jesus Christ. Slither, Altered, Cry Wolf, and The Return. I've seen all of them except for Altered. Godzilla 3-pack. I've only seen the American Godzilla, so I bought this because I want to see the other ones. Godzilla and Mothra, Battle for Earth, Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah, and Godzilla, Mothra, and King Ghidorah, giant monsters all out attack. That sounds so fun. More Clint Eastwood. High Plains Drifter, Joe Kidd, and Two Mules for Sister Sarah. Another Clint Eastwood again. Jesus. I love Clint Eastwood, though. His movies are great. I've seen all of these. No, I've only seen A Fistful of Dollars for a few dollars more. but I haven't seen Good, Bad, and the Ugly, which is sad because everybody says it's one of the best movies ever. And Hang 'em High. I'm gonna see Good, Bad, and the Ugly. De Niro Collection. Haven't seen any of these. Again, this is a pile of movies I want to see, and I'm glad I got this because it has Flawless, Men of Honor, New York, Raging Bull, Ronin, Stanley and Iris, and True Confessions. Oh wait, I've seen Raging Bull, but I haven't seen any of the other movies. Looney Tunes Collection, Superstars Volume 2. I watched the first 2 discs, I think. I just haven't watched the Porky Pig one. Really like Looney Tunes as a kid. My friend let me borrow Hannibal Season 2. I haven't given it back to him. He says, just keep it until you watch it. So I haven't watched it yet, and I've neglected to. I need to watch it. Another bad copy of, like, taped over movies, I guess, like horror movies. So you've got Deep Red, Cat O' Nine Tails, Craze, Murder Mansion, and Scream Bloody Murder. Interesting. The Shining, It, and Salem's Lot, all the big miniseries. I've seen It. I haven't seen the other 2. The Shining's like 4 hours or 5 hours long. I'm going to watch it, but it'll take a while. Now on to TV shows that I have on DVD, and I know this is a movie collection, but I've got TV shows as well, so I'm going to show you a couple piles of all the TV shows I got. So, I am a big Cartoon Network fan of the 2000s because I grew up during that time. So, we have this Cartoon Network Christmas Rocks, which is 5 Christmas episodes from 5 different shows at the time. Pretty cool. Grossest Halloween Ever. Again, just a set of episodes like Dexter's Laboratory, Billy and Mandy, like stuff from the 2000s, late 90s that I really enjoy. Then this Cartoon Network Kid Favorites. Again, I grew up with this stuff. I found this a couple years ago on DVD for $5. Johnny Bravo, Dexter's Laboratory, Courage the Cowardly Dog, and Ed, Edd n Eddy. Pack of the collection of those. And it's basically just the first disc of each season of those. And then we've got Volume 2, which is Samurai Jack, Courage the Cowardly Dog, Codename Kids Next Door, and Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. Love Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. Creepy Cartoon Capers, Halloween episodes. Then Season 2 of Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. Love that show. Then the Looney Tunes Golden Collection, Volume 3. I grew up with my cousins watching Volume 1, the DVD. I never got Volume 2. I know there's like 6 or 7 volumes of this. And I love Looney Tunes, and I want to eventually gain the whole collection of the Golden Collections. Like, I want to get that set. I bet it's like $60 or $70 on Amazon. So I definitely want to get the box set of all of these because I love these cartoons. I watched these so much as a kid. Then for $5 at Walmart, like years ago, I found the Danny Phantom Ghost Hunter, which is like the first disc, I think, of the season. It's got like 6 episodes, but Danny Phantom was a show I really loved. Same guy who did Fairly Odd Parents. And then we have a show that I have not watched, but I got these years ago at a place in town that was going out of business, so I got these dirt cheap for Final Fantasy Unlimited. So I have Volume 1, Volume 2, Volume 3, Volume 4, or Phase 4. They're all phases, not volumes. Phase 5, and Phase 6, and then Phase 7. And then Robot Chicken. Robot Chicken, I've got Season 1. Love this show. This show is really, really funny. Season 2. Then we have all 3 Robot Chicken Star Wars. So 1, 2, and 3 on Blu-ray. And then this isn't a TV show, but I've got Blink-182, The Urethra Chronicles, which is a concert documentary with music videos in between. So I love Blink-182. I love them in their prime, so had to have this. Friends, I've got most of these seasons, but for some reason I can't find them all. So the ones that I have found, I've got Volume 1, or Season 1, Season 2, Season 3, Season 5, Season 6, Season 7, Season 8, and Season 9. I don't know where 10 and 4 went, but I had them before. Now on to Family Guy. Family Guy is a show I really enjoy, and again, there's some I'm missing. A lot of these TV shows, I either had all of the volumes at one time or seasons at one time, and then I just, for some reason, either lost them or sold them. So, Family Guy, Volume 1, love Family Guy when it's prime. I don't like it much anymore, the new ones. Volume 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 I thought I really remembered being a really good season. or volume, because it's not seasons, they're like mixed seasons. Volume 7, Volume 8, Volume 9, no, Volume 10. I guess I don't know Volume 9 anymore. Stewie Griffin, The Untold Story, pretty funny. The Freakin' Sweet Collection, which is just like 4 or 5 episodes. It's an hour and like a couple minutes worth of episodes. Family Guy, Laugh It Up, Fuzzball trilogy. It's just the original Star Wars trilogy, but Family Guy, really funny. Futurama, Bender's Big Score movie. Into the Green Yonder, Wild Green Yonder, Beast with a Million Backs. I remember these movies being okay. I don't remember much about them. The Simpsons movie, Simpsons Volume 1, or no, Volume 2. It's the complete second season. Futurama Volume 1, Futurama Volume 2, and I can see I got those mixed up. Now on to South Park, and I loved South Park whenever it was in its prime as well. So Season 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. I don't know where 6 went. 8, 9, and Bigger, Longer, Uncut on DVD. I have the Blu-ray now, but I had the DVD first. Now, here are my comedy/drama Blu-rays, and these are all kind of mixed together. So we have Dumb and Dumber, Unrated, and The Mask. Love both of them. Awesome Jim Carrey. Groundhog Day. Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Still Alice. This was really good. Boyhood was really good as well. Oh, and I guess we have some actions in here as well. So we have Lethal Weapon Collection. I really like these movies from what I remember. I need to rewatch them. La La Land. Really liked La La Land. That was really great. Birdman. Michael Keaton. Awesome. American Beauty. Wild. This one was really good. Like, I don't think people really talk about Wild with Reese Witherspoon. It's a good movie. Shawshank Redemption. Great. Castaway. Really, really incredible. Flight. Flight is very good. Denzel Washington material. Planet of the Apes collection. So we have the first 5 originals. So we have the original Planet of the Apes, Beneath, Escape, Conquest, and Battle for the Planet of the Apes. All 5 of these. And then we have the Planet of the Apes new 3. I don't have the Mark Wahlberg one. I didn't hate it, but I just don't have it. So Rise, Dawn, and War. And I haven't seen these in a long time, but I like them a lot from what I remember. Clerks, awesome. Horrible Bosses, pretty funny. Scott Pilgrim, this is a really funny movie. Really cool. I really like the anime style of that, or the manga style of the manga that came out before it. Ted 1 and 2. Wes Anderson, you'll see a lot more Wes Anderson on this as well, but the Grand Budapest Hotel is the only Blu-ray I've got of Wes Anderson. I wanted to get Isle of Dogs, too. That was his most recent movie. Titanic on Blu-ray. James Cameron. A Star is Born. Great movie. Really great drama. I really like that one a lot. Drive. Drive is really good. 2-pack Blu-ray of Braveheart and Gladiator, and they both have their own cases, so that's awesome. Clint Eastwood, Gran Torino. Great. Green Mile and Forrest Gump. 2 awesome Tom Hanks movies. And Interstellar. Remember how I said that there was another Star Wars VHS set that I couldn't find? I finally found it. The gold Star Wars The Original Trilogy. 97. So I have the 95, 97, and 99 or 2000 release. So I've got all 3 releases of the trilogy box sets of the original trilogy. And then I found at Goodwill a loose case of the original Star Wars New Hope. E.T. E.T.'s really fun. Casper. Really love Casper. This is a nostalgic movie. I love this one. Great. Prisoners and Zodiac. Prisoners is fantastic. It's a fantastic movie. It's incredible. Zodiac is really good as well, but I love Prisoners. Patton. George C. Scott. Really, really great movie. Copland, James Mangold. Really good from what I remember. I need to rewatch this, but it's got a really studded cast. Like, it's really, really great. True Lies, James Cameron, of course. Got to have this one. This is a great movie. Last Action Hero. We're in the Schwarzeneggers, I guess, right now. Last Action Hero. I remember being pretty fun. Then this Schwarzenegger 4-pack, which has The Running Man, Total Recall, Commando, and Predator. And all of these are pretty fun. I don't know which one I'd pick overall. I'd say, I don't know. I like all four of them. I think all four of them are really awesome. Again, James Cameron, The Abyss. The Abyss is really good. No Country for Old Men, really fantastic. American History X, again, awesome. Superman collection, the first five, excluding Supergirl, which I still have not seen that movie. I hear it's bad, but I want to see it just to say I'm a completionist. But we have Superman 1, Superman's 2, 3, 4, and Superman Returns in this 5-disc set. Raiders of the Lost Ark. I already have the VHS collection, and this is the only DVD I've got. I might want to get them on Blu-ray eventually, maybe. Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Where Art Thou? Not Thou's. Moon. Moon is really good. Looper, Rian Johnson. Great. Love it. Love all of Rian Johnson's stuff. Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. Shane Black. Pretty awesome. Doctor Strangelove. Kubrick. Need to rewatch that one. Full Metal Jacket. Also need to rewatch. Kubrick is great, but I haven't seen all of his movies. I've seen a majority of the big ones. The Terminal. Pretty cool. Training Day and Fallen, two great movies. Well, I really like Training Day a lot. Fallen is really solid. I like them both a lot. Clerks 2. Clerks 2 is really funny. I like the first one. Rian Johnson's Brick. This is one I like the least out of all of his movies that I've seen. I think it's solid. It's good. It's a good movie, but I think it's my least favorite that I've seen of his all so far. $1 Million Baby. This is a hard movie to watch. It's incredible, though. Gangs of New York. This is a movie that I didn't really love, but I had to see it because it's, of course, Scorsese. But I had to see it, and I think that it's got a good cast to it, but it's not a movie that I love from what I remember. But I will watch it again eventually because I can't just say I've seen it once and then not like it because I need to see it a couple times to give it a true chance to how I feel about it. V for Vendetta. Never Say Never Again, the other company's James Bond. Pretty hilarious. It's okay. Mission Impossible 3, really fun. 25th Hour, great. Superhero movie, pretty bad, but it's got some funny moments. The Fountain, I really like this one. This is a really great movie. Again, it's Aronofsky, and then Aronofsky's Pi. This is one that I didn't know what to think of, really, honestly. And then we have Dude, Where's My Car on Blu-ray. Really funny. I really like that one. I love Rat Race. Rat Race is hilarious. And then we have the two Airplanes. Airplane 1 is is my favorite comedy, I think, ever. Airplane 2 is a solid comedy, but it's not as good as the first one. Naked Gun Collection 1, 2, and 3. They're pretty funny, but they kind of just dwindle in each one. Then we have the Vacation movies, and it's weird. I have Vacation on its single disc, then I have Christmas Vacation on its single disc, and then Vegas Vacation. But then I have this 2-pack of Vacation and European Vacation, because I didn't have European Vacation before. These were my family's, but then I wanted to get European Vacation. I found it cheap with the 2-pack. Spirit, Stallion of the Cimarron. I haven't seen this since I was a kid. It was my sister's, but whenever she moved out, she just gave me all her DVDs, so I just kept them. I don't really have a love for this movie, but I've got it in my collection for some reason. Trading Places, this was really funny. Austin Powers, all 3. Pretty funny for the most part. Scooby-Doo 1 and 2, live action, pretty funny. 4-movie laugh pack, so you got Animal House, Fast Times at Ridgemont High, Dazed and Confused, and Weird Science. All pretty solid. I really like all of these. Then we have the Spider-Man collection on DVD that I had before I got Blu-ray. And now we have, again, like the Vacation movies. We have the Home Alone movies, but again, these are my family's, so we had Home Alone 1, 2, and 3 on DVD. And then I bought this 4-pack because I didn't know if they would give it to me whenever I moved out. And this 4-pack has all 4, the first 4. There's 5 Home Alone movies. So I've got all of these movies, but double. And then, again, family movies. Two Brother Dozen 1 and 2 that I had whenever I was a kid. Let me see. Stuart Little 1 and 2. I remember liking those a lot as a kid. Batman Beyond, Return of the Joker. I remember liking that one. Die Hard collection, really cool. And it's the first 4 because I can't stand the 5th one. But the fourth one's okay, but the first 3 are really good. Mad Max Anthology, again, all 4. Love Fury Road. The other ones I like. Leon the Professional. Really awesome. Speed. I love Speed. I love Speed 2, honestly, as well. And Speed 2 is terrible, but I love it. I love both of these movies for different reasons. Speed is just a fantastic action movie. It's one of my favorite action movies ever. Speed 2 is so bad it's good. For me, it's just so... What were they thinking with that movie? But I love it. I love them both. The Long Kiss Goodnight, another Shane Black movie, which is really fun. I really like this one a lot. Then another Shane Black movie, The Nice Guys. I remember liking this one and digging it. Spy Kids 3D Game Over. I have Spy Kids 2 somewhere, so you'll see that eventually on this video. So as a kid, one of the things that dominated my life was VeggieTales, and I still have all of the DVDs. I had them on VHS as well, but the DVDs I still own. So I've got like 20 of these movies, so I'm going to say them real quickly. They're basically short films. Where's God When I'm Scared? God Wants Me to Forgive Them? Question mark. Are You My Neighbor? Rack Shack and Benny. Then we have this ultimate superhero value pack of Larry Boy. So it has Larry Boy and the Fifth from Outer Space, Larry Boy and the Rumor Weed, and Dave and the Giant Pickle, and the Larry Boy Show. And it's kind of catching up to me looking at these movies that I haven't watched in years. But Toy That Saved Christmas. Very Silly Songs. Josh and the Big Wall. I remember this one because it had that parody to Monty Python and the Holy Grail, but they throw slushies instead of cows and animals. Madame Blueberry. The End of Silliness. I remember watching this one a lot as a kid. Like, it's just a sing-along, but, like, it was pretty funny. King George and the Ducky. Esther, the girl would become queen. I like this one a lot from what I remember. Lyle the Kindly Viking. Ultimate Silly Song Countdown. I remember as a kid, I sent in the mail my vote for, like, what's the #1 silly song? I remember that. It was so fun. Whenever I was, like, 9 or 10. Jonah, a VeggieTales movie. I'm kind of saying random words now. Star of Christmas. Ballad of Little Joe. The Wonderful World of Autotainment. An Easter Carol. Snoodle's Tale. Dr. Seuss, basically. Sumo the Opera. Duke and the Great Pie War. Larry Boy and the Bad Apple. The Wonderful Wizard of Oz. I love the titles to these. They're pretty funny. Bob and Larry's How to Draw. I guess it was a drawing video. Heroes of the Bible, Volume 1 and 2. I think it's just like the other ones I've got, but they're just shortened and like have interviews with kids. And then, we have 321 Penguins. This was the same studio that did VeggieTales. As a kid, I liked this as well. So we have Trouble on Planet Wait Your Turn, The Cheating Scales of Bullamenka, and The Amazing Carnival and Complaining. Again, these titles are so crazy. And then on to Shrek. I have Shrek 1 and I have Shrek 2. Love the first two. I've seen the third one, but I haven't seen the fourth one, or Puss in Boots. But I love the first two. Night at the Museum 1, Night at the Museum 2. Garfield. This is terrible, but I remember liking it as a kid. Oh, and there's Spy Kids 2. Okay, guys, we're on the last pile. It took me forever, like 5 days to do this video, but I think it's worth it just taking a break each day and doing a couple stacks of these movies. But last pile, we have Schindler's List. Awesome. There Will Be Blood. Daniel Day-Lewis. A Beautiful Mind. Russell Crowe. Children of Men. Dog Day Afternoon and Serpico. Really cool. Scarface. De Palma. Great movie. As also Carlito's Way. Really great too. 4-pack Scorsese. So I haven't seen Aviator, but I've seen the other ones. I've seen Goodfellas, Departed, and Mean Streets. Godfather collection. Of course, I've got to have the Godfather movies. Taxi Driver. Casino. Deer Hunter. 4-pack of Arnold Schwarzenegger comedies. So we've got Twins, Kindergarten Cop, and Junior. These are really weird comedies. They're kind of fun. The Gray, Liam Neeson, really cool. Chinatown, Polanski. I need to rewatch that one. The Pianist, again, Polanski. Lost in Translation, Bill Murray, Scarlett Johansson. 16 Candles, this one's really funny. Burn After Reading, this one's awesome too. Ooh, Mallrats. I forgot about Mallrats. I forgot that I had that. And now we're on to the Wes Anderson other movies that I was talking about. So we've got Rushmore, Royal Tenenbaums, and these are all the Criterion Collection DVDs, or most of them are. Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou, Darjeeling, and Fantastic Mr. Fox. And then 4 Michael Douglas collections. So we got Falling Down, A Perfect Murder, Coma, and Disclosure. These all vary in quality or entertainment for me, but Michael Douglas is one of my favorite actors. John Travolta, Greatest Moves. So we've got Grease, Hairspray, Saturday Night Fever, and Staying Alive. And the only one I really like is Grease and Saturday Night Fever. Like, the other two are whatever. Staying Alive is terrible, but it's fun. Hairspray I remember liking all right. Kurt Russell 4-pack, Executive Decision, Soldier, Tequila Sunrise, and Unlawful Entry. Eddie Murphy 4-pack, 48 Hours, another 48 Hours, Golden Child, and Showtime. Clint Eastwood Dirty Harry collection, all the first 4. Mystic River, Clint Eastwood. Point Break's awesome. And then we come to the Harry Potter DVD. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 is where I stopped collecting DVDs for Harry Potter. And that is my complete movie collection. Holy shit, that's so many movies. That's it. I'm out of breath. Tell me down below your collection, what you guys like. This was a long chore to do, but I'm glad I did it for you guys. So thanks for watching.